Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about expressions and certain classes in Python concerning regexes. So if ready, we'll just get started. So in the last video we talked about the \d, which gets us digits. There are 4 other backslash methods, indicators you need to use that can be used basically. So for example, \D. This basically indicates that the data is not a digit. So maybe it's like an alpha, maybe it's like a letter. Usually you would type in \letter, \D for letter. The next we have \W. Now \W represents pretty much basically anything. And that means that it can represent either a letter or a number. \W. Oops, that's not a backslash. \W means that refers to any sort of non-alphanumeric character. And then we have \s, which just means any sort of white space. So to mess around with this, we're going to call our re module. Then we're going to type out something like our base regex equals, let's see, so our base regex equals read.compile. We're going to type out R, parentheses. Sorry, it's not parentheses, that's quotation marks. We'll type out something like \d, lowercase w, \w, and \s. So we'll enter that. And now we're going to create our match object, mo equals base regex.search. Now we'll type out, let's say we can do a letter, so we'll do A. Now we're looking for any letter or number, so we can just type in 2. W's are non-alphanumeric characters. We can type out, say, I don't know, %. Then we'll add in a space for S. Now if we get mo.group, matchObject.group, gets us a 2% and our space. Now what happens if we want to create our own class? Well, we can do this by doing something very similar. For example, I'm going to create a class that will find the vowels of a particular sentence. So we'll be identifying this as vowel regex dot. We're going to first compile. So we're going to compile. So we're going to equals read compile. Now to get our vowels, again, we're just going to start with R, and then quotations. Now, because we're creating a class, we're going to put in closed brackets. And I'm just going to type out what letters we're looking for. So we're going to A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. And we just close our brackets. So vowel regex. Now we're going to use a find all function to find all the values in a sentence we're going to put in. So we're going to type a vowel regex, find all. And we'll just type out this is a sentence. And it gave us back all the vowels. So it starts with I under this, I under S, A under A, and so forth. Now what happens if we want to find all the consonants? Well, we can do something very similar. We can just type out vowel regex equals read.compile, parentheses, R brackets. Now we're going to add a caret in front of everything we put in our brackets. So we're doing chevron is on your C6. You just press Shift 6 if you're on a keyboard. E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. Do that. Vowel regex find all. I'm going to type in the same sentence. This is oops. Find all. This is a sentence. Type and give us back all our consonants. Now basically what this does, again, it just tells us, okay, we're looking at things that are not vowels, or that have come after or before vowels. Now we can create some more regexes by saying, let's try hello regex. Hello regex equals read.compile. Now looking for our hello. And if we want, we're going to use the chevron key. Now the chevron is going to tell us that, if it's going to remind us if it starts with hello actually. So it has two functions that we should have seen. One was up here, where it basically told us that we're not looking for consonants, and here it's telling us that we're basically looking for things that start with like hello. So let's type out something like mo equals hello regex dot search hello, this is Al. Click type out mo.group. We get hello, because again it starts with hello. Now again, if you want to find out the end of a particular series of strings or characters is, basically you can just use the $sign. So the $_4. We'll start something like, instead of hello regex, we're going to use number regex because we're going to look at if something ends in a number. So we'll type out, we'll give our name to our regex object, number regex equals read.compile. And here's our format. We'll type out r parentheses. Let's say we want to start with a digit. So we'll type out \d. Then we'll add a +sign because we want to say that, d. And this is telling us that we have basically a digit plus something at the end using our $sign. Now, again, it sort of looks a little bit weird from here, but once we get past the next line, it should be clearer. So you can do something like number regex.search. Your number is 12. You give us back these match objects. Now we're going to group them by typing in mo.group. And give us back, oops, that was the wrong one. We got group. It just referred back to our earlier kind of no, so because we didn't create a new match object, so we just used the last match object we created. So we're going to type out mo equal, it should have been, yes, we should have typed out mo equals number regex dot search. Your number is 12. mo.group, and should get us 12 because these are the digits. It's saying up here. Where are we? Let's see. Saying up here that we were looking for a digit that ends in something else after it. So because 12 is a digit, well, actually 12 isn't a digit. It's two digits. It's 1 and 2. Basically gave us the 12 once we specified that we had a digit plus something on the end. So it basically ends in a digit. So now for part 2. Well, for part 2, we're going to start off with wildcard. Now the wildcard symbol basically just means that it refers to everything that comes after something, or well, that results in an end. So for example, type out something that .at. If we use this, we'll use this to get something, to get all the words that end in dot, or not end in dot, but end in AT. So we're going to try to create a new regex called matching regex. Like I said, it's equal to regex.compile, compile. Then we're going to just type in again R, and now we're going to look for things that end in AT, and we have the quotation marks around our AT string. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find all the basically values that end in AT. So to do this, we're going to call our matching regex object. Matching regex object. We use the find all method find all the fat cat sat on a mat. That's going to be our text. It gave us back fat cat sat and mat, because each of these elements ends in the word at. And so if it gave us basically find all, method gave us all these back. Now name regex, well again we can do something very similar. We can type out something like name regex set equal to, I don't know, r equals read.compile. And we're going to basically input, we're going to signify soon that we're looking for a first name and then any length of string or any string length that could come after it. So we're going to type out r font name colon, we do a parentheses dot asterisk dot asterisk and then a parentheses. So we have our name regex. Now we're going to create our match object one more time. Equals name regex dot search parentheses first name equals al. We do mo dot group. One second. Okay, so we made a mistake. We misspelled name regex. It should be first name instead of font name. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back to first name. Then we're going to go back up. I'm going to type out first name dot al. And we're going to do our mo dot group. It gave us al. Now again, finally we're going to look at greedy and non-greedy non-greedy expressions. Basically, greedy and greedy can be defined or identified rather using the alligator signs, the greater than, equal to, greater than, or less than signs. Now, use this form. We're going to just start with a new regex. We're going to call it, I don't know, alligator regex equals read.compile. Our left alligator sign dot all right alligator sign. Basically, this just tells us that okay, we can use a regex here, but it's not yet. We're not going to yet specify that. I'm sorry, we can use greedy or non-greedy regexes here, but it's not going to specify. So if we just hit enter, we type in mo equals alligator regex dot search and type out, I don't know, this is some text, and we're going to add in our new our close alligator sign because we want to actually differentiate. Just want to differentiate for the future. This is some text. mo.group, and we get back this is some text. This is what we call a greedy attribute or greedy element. I forget what exact term is, but this one is greedy because basically it selected everything. Now to get something that's not greedy, we're going to have to create a non-greedy regex. So we're going to create non-greedy regex. Non-greedy regex equals read.compile parentheses r. Now we're going to do basically almost exactly the same thing. We're just going to type out closed open alligator dot select everything with our asterisk. And we're going to put in our question mark. Question mark is just basically, in this situation, it's going to indicate a non-greedy grouping, basically. So we're going to type that. Parentheses, quotes, parentheses, enter, mo equals non-greedy regex dot search. Oops. Now we're going to type out, this is some text. We're going to call our group. I just got our first set of open bracket, open alligator, close alligator. That's basically what it did. It excluded everything. It excluded some text. This was intentional because we already had sort of, we're identifying this as our non-greedy kind of regex search. So that's why it came up here. Yeah, that was everything for regex expressions and classes. There'll be more expressions in a future video. But if you like, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.